Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, checking your phone, and seeing $10,000 sitting in your bank account. No warning, no explanation, just $10,000 waiting for you. What would you do first? Most people already know the answer, and that's exactly the problem. They start thinking about a new phone, a vacation, maybe paying for things they've been putting off. But here's the uncomfortable truth. What you do with that first $10,000 could quietly determine whether you stay broke for the next decade or start building real wealth. Because $10,000 is a strange amount of money. It's small to make you wealthy overnight, but big enough to completely change your financial trajectory if you handle it correctly. And the difference between people who stay stuck financially and people who build wealth isn't luck. It's the first few decisions they make when money lands in their hands. So if you suddenly receive $10,000 today, here's exactly what smart money moves look like. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Always do your own research and consult a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. The first thing you do with $10,000 is surprisingly simple. You don't touch it. Seriously. You pause. Because the biggest financial mistakes don't happen because people are stupid. They happen because people are emotional. Sudden money triggers a rush in your brain. Your mind immediately starts creating reasons to spend it. I deserve this. This will make life easier. I've been wanting this for a while. But wealthy thinkers do something different. They create distance between receiving money and spending money. Think of it like letting muddy water settle. If you act immediately, your decisions are cloudy. But if you wait a few days, suddenly things become clearer. You start asking smarter questions. What would actually improve my life long term? That pause alone eliminates 80% of bad financial decisions. And now you're ready for the real first move. Before investing, before spending, before trying to multiply the money, you protect yourself, because the fastest way to destroy wealth is unexpected emergencies. Imagine investing the entire $10,000 and 2 months later, your car breaks down. Now, you're forced to pull money out of investments at the worst possible time. This is exactly why financially stable people build something called an emergency fund. An emergency fund is simple. It's money that exists for one purpose only: protecting your life from financial chaos, unexpected medical bills, job loss, car repairs, urgent travel. Life is unpredictable. And people without financial buffers are constantly one problem away from debt. One unexpected bill, one emergency, one bad week, and suddenly they're borrowing money just to survive. So the smartest first move with $10,000 is this. Set aside $3,000 to $5,000 as a safety cushion. Not in investments, not in crypto, not in risky opportunities, just safe and accessible when life throws something unexpected at you. Because once the fear of unexpected expenses disappears, something powerful happens. You stop making survival decisions and start making long-term financial decisions. And that shift alone can completely change your financial future. Now let's talk about something most people ignore: debt. Debt quietly destroys more wealth than bad investments ever will. If part of that $10,000 can eliminate high-interest debt, that should immediately become a priority. Why? Because paying off high-interest debt is actually one of the best guaranteed returns you can get. Think about it like this. If your credit card charges 20% interest, every dollar you pay toward that debt is like earning a 20% return. And finding a guaranteed 20% return in investing is nearly impossible. High-interest debt is like trying to fill a bucket that has a hole in the bottom. No matter how much money you pour in, it keeps leaking out. By eliminating that debt, you permanently stop the leak. Suddenly, your monthly cash flow improves, your stress drops, and now the money you earn can start building wealth instead of feeding interest payments. This step alone can create financial breathing room that lasts for years. Once you've protected yourself and eliminated financial leaks, now it's time to put your money to work. because money sitting idle slowly loses value. Inflation quietly erodes purchasing power every single year. So part of that $10,000 should be directed toward long-term investments, not speculation, not chasing quick money. Real wealth is built through boring, consistent investing. Historically, diversified investments like index funds have allowed ordinary people to participate in the growth of entire economies. Companies innovate, industries expand, markets grow, and investors benefit from that growth over time. Imagine investing just $5,000 today and letting it compound for 20 years. Without adding anything else, that money can multiply several times over simply through time. And compounding, this is the quiet engine behind most millionaires. Not flashy trades, not gambling, just disciplined investing over long periods. But here's the part nobody talks about. The real power of that $10,000 isn't the money itself. It's what it teaches you about handling money. Because people who waste $10,000 usually repeat the same pattern when they receive $50,000 or $100,000. And people who handle $10,000 wisely often build habits that eventually lead to real wealth. Money magnifies behavior. It reveals your financial habits. So if you ever receive a sudden $10,000, remember this simple order. Pause. Protect yourself. Eliminate financial leaks. Then invest for the future. Handled correctly, that $10,000 won't just disappear. It becomes the first brick in your financial foundation. And sometimes, that first brick is all it takes to start building something much bigger. If this video changed the way you think about money, don't stop here. Wealth is built through the right knowledge and smart decisions. Subscribe to Sophia Invests for powerful insights on investing, money, and building real financial freedom. And if you found this valuable, hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to see this before they waste their next $10,000.